Mauricio Pochettino is the biggest threat to Erik ten Hag's Manchester United job yet. Man United manager Erik ten Hag is under huge pressure ahead of the FA Cup final, and that has been ramped up some more after Mauricio Pochettino became a free agent. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag will not have been feeling secure in his job before 7 p.m. on Tuesday evening, but he will believe his position is under even more jeopardy now. Mauricio Pochettino's departure from Chelsea is equal parts shocking, as it is predictable. The Argentine had seemingly turned a corner towards the end of the season, and their incredible run of form secured them a respectable 6th-place finish. However, Todd Boehly is by no means the patient type, and Pochettino's coy responses to questions surrounding his future hinted towards the writing being on the wall for the ex-PSG and Tottenham Hotspur man. Up until this point in the Ten Hag managerial saga, it seemed as though the options to replace him were two badly flawed Kieran McKenna, Roberto De Zerbi and Gareth Southgate all had major black marks next to their names, while Thomas Tuchel's reputation is in the balance after a mixed stint at Bayern Munich. However, Pochettino would be an appointment that most appeals to Sir Jim Ratcliffe and INEOS. In 2022, there were reports in France that Ratcliffe was attempting to lure Pochettino to join Nice, and it is unsurprising too considering his work developing young players during his career. Ultimately, he would hold out for the Chelsea job, but not before he came within a whisker of becoming Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's successor. He was down to the final two with Ten Hag, but the Glazers opted to go with the newer face rather than the older guard. Now momentum is beginning to circulate around Pochettino becoming the next United manager if the Dutchman is to be sacked. Bookmakers Bet365 had Pochettino at 21 on Tuesday morning to become the next Old Trafford boss. Now he is at evens. Truly, the South American is the biggest threat to Ten Hag's role, and not just because of the previous interest in him. Often we see a domino effect when a club decides to part ways with their manager, and United's new co-owner may become twitchy regarding keeping Ten Hag after seeing what Chelsea are doing. There are no guarantees that sacking Ten Hag is the right course for the Reds to take, but Pochettino's exit is another factor which will be playing on Ratcliffe's mind when he makes his final decision after the FA Cup final. Mauricio Pochettino favourite to become next Manchester United manager after leaving Chelsea. Former Chelsea manager Mauricio Pochettino has left the Premier League club on Tuesday evening by mutual consent. Mauricio Pochettino has been installed as the favourite to become the next Manchester United manager after leaving Chelsea on Tuesday evening. The Stamford Bridge club announced that the two parties mutually agreed to part ways after a meeting today. Speaking after his departure, Pochettino said, "Thank you to the Chelsea ownership group and sporting directors for the opportunity to be part of this football club's history. The club is now well positioned to keep moving forward in the Premier League and Europe in the years to come." His exit from Chelsea has led to an influx of interest in the Argentine becoming the next manager of the Reds. At the start of the day, Pochettino was priced with Bet365 at 21, but over the course of the day, those odds have shortened, and now, at the time of writing, the ex-PSG and Tottenham Hotspur man is now evens favourite to replace Erik ten Hag. Currently, the future of the Dutchman is unclear. Men Sport understands no decision has yet been made on Ten Hag's future, and the full focus is currently on the FA Cup final. However, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is unconvinced by the Dutchman following the team's performances this season. Before Ten Hag was appointed at Old Trafford, Pochettino was down to the final two to take over. The Glazers team was supervising the search for a new manager then, and opted to go with the former Ajax man instead. England boss Gareth Southgate, Roberto De Zerbi and Thomas Tuchel are the other managers being linked with United. What Mauricio Pochettino said after missing out on Man United job to Erik ten Hag speaks volumes. Mauricio Pochettino has become the new favourite with the bookmakers to take on the Man United managerial job if Erik ten Hag is sacked. Mauricio Pochettino hinted that there could be another opportunity for him to become Manchester United manager in the future after missing out on the role to Erik ten Hag in 2022. After Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was sacked at the end of 2021, Ralf Rangnick was appointed as the interim boss as the Reds regrouped and looked towards who their next manager would be. Quickly, it became clear that a two-horse race had emerged between Ten Hag and Pochettino. Following much deliberation, the Glazers opted to appoint the Ajax manager. This decision was welcomed by supporters at the time, considering Pochettino was in the midst of a nightmare stint at PSG. While the Argentine would eventually be sacked by the Parisians, he did not hold any ill will towards United for not going with him. In fact, he was philosophical about the opportunity to move to Old Trafford coming around again one day. In an interview with Radio Marca, he explained, "Football is timing. These are the moments for it to coincide and for that marriage to happen. Sometimes it's just a matter of time. I don't believe in trains passing only once. I think that sometimes you have to have the necessary patience and you have to know how to wait. The timing is handled by football. It is true that my name has always been associated with big clubs. I have a lot of respect for professionals and it's hard for me to sell myself. That's work for you. That routine that is generated when you are at work is created as a result of the adrenaline of day-to-day. You miss it." Now, Pochettino's prediction looks like it could come true after Chelsea announced they had parted ways with the Argentine following a meeting with the club's sporting directors. Since then, punters have flocked to back the 52-year-old to become the next manager of United should Sir Jim Ratcliffe choose to sack Ten Hag. Bet365 has slashed their odds and now lists Pochettino as their favourite to become the next boss at Old Trafford. The Manchester Evening News understands that Ten Hag is facing an uncertain future at United, although the club is operating under the working assumption he will be in charge next season. Kieran McKenna breaks silence on Manchester United links amid Erik Ten Hag speculation. Manchester United, Chelsea and Brighton have all expressed interest in Ipswich Town manager Kieran McKenna. Ipswich Town manager Kieran McKenna has refused to be drawn on speculation linking him with the management position at Manchester United, saying his focus is on matters at Portman Road. The 38-year-old has caught the eye with the job he has done with the Tractor Boys since taking over the role in December 2021. In that time, he has led the club from League One to back-to-back promotions to the Premier League. Therefore, it's no surprise that he is now being linked to other roles, including at Old Trafford, amid uncertainty over the future of Erik Ten Hag. If United do decide to make a change, they could have competition from Brighton and Hove Albion and Chelsea for McKenna. With both clubs now searching for new managers, United could potentially have an advantage over their rivals, with McKenna spending 5.5 years working in the coaching setup at the club. He managed the U18s between 2016 and 2018, before being promoted to first-team assistant manager under Jose Mourinho. He also worked in the role under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Ralf Rangnick before taking the Ipswich job. The work he has done in Suffolk has been recognised this season, with McKenna being awarded the LMA Manager of the Season award. It was at that ceremony that he was asked about his future. "Look, the club has had such a positive season and has such a positive future ahead," he told Sky Sports. "We've achieved so much, it's been an incredible 2 years. When you have success like that, there always comes speculation and things like that. We've seen that every summer. But I know how much everyone is looking forward to the season. The club is in a fantastic path and everyone is just really looking forward to the season ahead." When pressed on the links with United, Chelsea, and Brighton, McKenna added, "Again, when you do well as a manager or as a player, there's always going to be speculation. I know what we've achieved isn't a normal thing, so there's always going to be speculation. But that's not where my focus is. Tonight is about what we've achieved over the last couple of seasons. It's been a wonderful couple of years, so tonight is about celebrating that. I know everyone is looking forward to next season and I know the club is going to be in a really good place going into that season.